When I was a little girl, I learned that I wasn't pretty enough or good enough to be that great girl or that popular girl. And somehow I connected my worth with my physical looks, my how pretty I was, or even how much money my family had. Or, I don't know if I thought about it in those terms, but I associated myself with someone who was not pretty and who was not popular and who was not, wealthy or glamorous or anything like that. And so through that, somehow I decided to believe that I was not worthy. And the thing is that if you had asked me when I was 8 or 10 or 12 or 22 or 35 if I was pretty or I was good enough, I would have said, oh, yes, of course. Yes, I believe I'm good enough. But I think that belief that we're not good enough or we're not worthy of being loved unconditionally or that we're not lovable or that we're not attractive or that we don't have the ability to be successful, all of those inner beliefs are very they're insidious. They're kind of under the radar. At least it was for me. And so if you had asked me if I felt like I was worthy or lovable, I would have said yes. But in reality, I have always been trying to compensate for that deeply held belief that I was not good enough. And so maybe I would talk a lot, or I would, make fun of other people, or complain about things, or, secretly resent or begrudge somebody, or be envious, or, when I was a kid, I tried to get a lot of attention with bad behavior, and all of that behavior that's not present and centered and compassionate and open and flowing and loving is a sign of myself trying to get that attention, to get that validation from the external world. So that's how I know that, uh, well, how I know that I have uncovered kind of these inner beliefs was through my own inner work, through meditation, and through looking at my life and seeing the results that I have in my life and seeing the things that I complain about. So if you are not sure, if you have unconscious beliefs that are not serving you, that are limiting you, that are actually causing you to sabotage your life, you can look at your life to discover what those are. That's like the quickest, easiest way to discover what your unconscious beliefs are is to just look at your life and you'll see. The yes, things happen to people, but generally speaking, the patterns that we have in our lives are a manifestation of our beliefs. So if you believe that you're not good enough to be in a relationship where someone respects you, then you're going to manifest that in your life and you're going to stay with people who don't respect you. If you believe that in order to be loved, you have to get lots of attention, then maybe you're going to talk a lot and you're going to talk over other people. You're going to interrupt people. When other people are talking, you just can't wait to jump in. This is something I can. I'm describing myself for a lot of my life. So it all starts with that awareness, that self-awareness of what's going on in my life. What does my life look like? And what are my patterns of behavior? That's how you can start to uncover your limiting beliefs. But I have a pretty strong inkling that most of us, when we move all the stuff out of the way and we get deeper down, right? We get deeper, deeper, deeper down within ourselves. It will be revealed that most of us feel that we are not worthy of unconditional love and that we are not good enough to receive everything that we desire. And life is usually, a lot of times people will talk in terms of health, relationships, and career, finance, money, those three kind of areas. And so a lot of times people will be successful in one or two areas, but be like not successful in the third one. not to say that we have to be perfect, but are you kind of moving forward and feeling positive about all areas of your life? Can you have it all? That's a question. Can you have it all? Do you deserve to have it all? Do you believe that you deserve to have it all? When you say to yourself, I deserve to have it all, what feelings come up for you? If you feel a glitch or a little kink or a little that's based on your beliefs. And so if you don't believe that you deserve to have it all, then you're not going to have it all. Definitely, right? If you believe that you deserve to have it all, then at least you're moving in the right direction. And life throws us curveballs, and who knows why? You know, it's probably for us to learn a lesson that we need to learn. But the underlying belief is a determining factor in your life. So what I have been doing my entire life is pretending that I believe that I'm worthy and lovable. And in many instances in my life, I have believed that. But a lot of times, I've sort of had a charade that I believe that. And then I would compensate by behaving a particular way, being gregarious, outgoing, talkative, friendly, kind, helping others. Sound familiar? And so as I go about the world trying to get that attention, I'm constantly seeking external validation and external attention. Therefore, the love, the attention, the affection, the respect, the feeling of worthiness is all sourced from outside of myself. And that is a fool's errand, because no one is going to be able to give me the love and the attention and the affection and the feeling of worthiness that I need, that I require, as fully and completely as I can give it to myself. So there's unlimited capacity for me to love myself. But the capacity for other people to love me unconditionally is quite limited. And, you know, there's a few people, right? And even those people get annoyed with me, right? So not to say that if someone's annoyed with you, they don't love you, but I might feel their lack of love in certain moments. And certainly when you go out into the world, you have clients, you have a boss, you have coworkers, you have social, groups, you have volunteer groups. It's impossible for us to expect for all of those external people to give us what we need: safety, security, love, attention, all unconditional. So the only way for us to actually feel like we are worthy, and truly deserving to have a wonderful life and to be treated with respect, the only way that we can do that is to source that from within ourselves, to source our own love for ourselves, to source that feeling that we deserve whatever we want, that we are worthy, that we are good enough. The idea, the belief that you are good enough can only come from within you. It cannot come from someone else. The idea that you're smart enough, that you're creative enough, that you are attractive enough, frankly, that you are, a fun person, that you are worthy of respect and attention, that you are safe, that you are secure, that you have freedom, all of those really deeply held desires that we have, those can only be sourced from within ourselves. We cannot get them consistently from outside sources. So do you see how powerful this is? Because as long as I continue to seek outside validation from you watching this video, or someone giving me attention when I want it, oh, pick me, and listen to me, and I want to be the center of attention, or getting paid a certain amount of money, or having a certain promotion, or any kind of external validation that I'm seeking, as long as I'm seeking it that way, I am bound to be disappointed. And that's really important for me to understand, and I think for you to understand. So whatever your goals are in life, whether you are trying to be healthier, or you're trying to be more successful in your career, or you want a wonderful relationship, the feeling, the true deep feeling, and ultimately that belief that you are worthy of that, that you get to have that, that you are lovable no matter what. That's unconditional love. That's unconditional respect, right? That's unconditional worthiness. That all has to come from within you. And that is a source of incredible power. So if you can reorient your belief, if you can create new beliefs, right? So be aware of the old negative limiting belief. I am not enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough or creative enough. I'm not clever enough. Whatever it is. And I have a bunch of them over here, okay? Those beliefs have been with me since I was a child, whether I wanted to admit it or not. They've been there. And so what I have to do is first be aware of them and start to create new beliefs. And that's going back and reinterpreting experiences that I had as a child. And creating new beliefs around, yes, I am worthy, unconditionally, no matter what. No matter what. Even if I do something really bad or stupid, even if I embarrass myself, even if I make a ton of mistakes, even if the outside world doesn't necessarily tell me that I'm attractive, I'm still worthy of that. I'm still worthy of the love and feeling good in my body and feeling proud and feeling confident. As long as I continue to work on that belief and solidify that belief, I am incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful, because I'm not relying on outside sources. I'm relying on myself. And it's up to me. And what that does, see, the cool part about all of this is that I learned when I was young that there was a hierarchy, that some people were better than others. So if you were, a pretty blonde girl who had a lot of money, you were actually better than me. If you were very creative or very smart, then you were better than me. And if I felt like I was a little bit prettier than another person, or better than them, then I'm better than them. So there was a hierarchy, right? And that's inherent in my belief system. It has been. I'm changing that. But actually, we're all worthy of love. You are worthy of unconditional love. And so as long as I feel my own sense of worthiness and unconditional love, it's really easy for me to look around and say, no, there's no hierarchy. We're all the same. We're all connected. We all have that internal essence, that internal birthright of being lovable. We all have it. So what happens is when you lift yourself up from within, you become compassionate. And you're not relying on other people to tell you that you're great. You know you're great, but you also know that everybody is great. And that, I'll just tell you, it's a pretty fun place. It's an amazing world to live in when you believe that you are worthy and you feel safe, secure, free, loved, like you're enough. And you also look around the world and you have compassion and patience and love for people. Life is like a lot better, regardless of the physical manifestation, like more money or a better husband or wife, or a better position or a bigger business or a bigger impact. Look, regardless of all of that, when you can come at the world with a belief that you're worthy and everybody is worthy, life is just better. And things get better. Your life will get better. First of all, you'll be healthier, because when you're in that state of stress and worry and blame and shame and guilt and feeling bad about yourself and not feeling good enough and imposter syndrome, that's all stressful on your physical body, your nervous system. But when you are in your power, in your confidence, in your own self-love, then your body, it can be more relaxed. If nothing else, your health will improve. That much I can promise. So I just wanted to talk about that, and I think it's really important stuff to talk about. And this is what permeates the work that I do to help people to be healthier, to live a better life. And so if you want to come hang out with me, please do so. I mean, you can always book a call with me and we can talk about this in depth and how it can actually help you in your life, and also how to uncover those unconscious beliefs and how to rebuild, to understand them and respect them, because you can't move forward if you are not going to respect those beliefs, right? Like, yeah, I got those, I've had those for a long time. They're pretty entrenched, so it's not going to change overnight. Is a practice of kind of dissolving those bit by bit and creating new ones. That takes time, so it's a process. So anyway, that's how that's how I help people lose weight. Totally different from what everybody else does. And also how I help people be your best, to perform at your best. I mean, when you have that self-confidence and that power, but you're not better than anybody else. We're all the same. You come in it with compassion and love. You're just, success is inevitable. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.